Dude, guys, I am so stoked to finally get into these guys right here. I have been using Rev Grips for the longest time, and I can tell you right now, it just makes an insane difference. What ended up happening was I got in touch with Rev Grips and I said, hey, can you guys send me some Rev Grips because I am completely floored by your product. I have to say that I honestly believe that these for me are the best invention since the dropper post. And I know a lot of you think I am completely nuts, but that's how much I personally love these grips. Like the dropper post, I cannot go back. Like in the same way that the first time I wrote a dropper post, I was like, yep, I can never not ride a dropper post now. I can never not ride with these Rev Grips. They sent me these out of their own courtesy so I can make a video and bring this to you guys. So definitely guys, go out there, show them some love, and definitely give these a try and let me know what you guys think of them. The back of the package says it best. They're basically like suspension grips, and they relieve a lot of, I have wrist problems, and they relieve a lot of like pain that I usually get in my wrists, and I never have to move my hands. You know, it's just always like this because there's that suspension that moves back and forth. So I'm able to ride longer. I'm able to adjust my body without thinking of moving my hands or anything like that. I just can't ride normal grips anymore. The back basically says, our proprietary shock absorbing system suspends your grip, completely eliminating contact with the handlebar. The inner sleeve of the grip tube is larger than the handlebar and floats within shock absorbing inserts, effectively isolating your hands and significantly dampening shock and vibration. Installing different size tuning washers will customize the feel and performance from ultra soft to ultra stiff and anywhere in between. So if you actually look, you can see the washer system and all that stuff like that right here. So when I last went to California, it was the first time I hadn't used these in like over a year, and I could tell right away the arm pump, the vibrations that actually like set off nerves in my hands. Like I got so used to these that riding normal grips, I just can't do it to any grip at all anymore. I actually have a friend out in California as well who's started using these, and he just like, he wears their shirts now. He always posts pictures about Rev Grips because he's that stoked and in love with these. I actually thought that these were the biggest gimmick I had ever seen, because to be honest guys, this system costs about $100. So when I was like, dude, who's gonna spend $100 on grips? Like, I will never do that. And just like the dropper post, when I first saw them, $300-400, I will never do it. But after using it, I became a believer. If you think I'm crazy, go and try them, guys. All right, so let's open these guys up. Oh, sick. So if you open the box, I really like their box presentation of these. These are the end caps right here. I just really like the presentation. They really do a good job. There is some assembly required. I asked for red end caps to match my red accents on my bike. That's gonna be pretty cool. Let's get them on. All right guys, so after seeing this baggie of stuff, there is some assembly required, so let's see how quick we can get through this.
Oh, and you forgot the most important part. Made in the USA.
Oh yes, they are made in the USA. They are actually a Southern California company, so dude,
Go local.
go local. All right guys, so these little guys came all hooked on to this strip, like a bunch of them, and we just basically cut all of them off and we insert them into these little grooves inside here. All right guys, so you basically get this strip right here and a bunch of these little like cushion thingies when we cut all of them off and we insert them into every one of these. And these are going to be different tensions, I'm guessing, or levels of thickness. These little pieces of rubber will act as your suspension. You fit it right in here, just like so, and we did that to every one of these. There they are. All right guys, so if you see that there's like a little piece of sliver at the top of this guy right here, you want to get rid of that as best as possible to fit these guys in to the cap. So this is an example of it done horribly bad. Whereas this one, we cut them down flush, they fit the end cap perfectly. Okay, you're gonna take the spacer, place it over this guy like so. You're gonna take these guys and you're gonna fit into the holes these guys right here. All right, so it just basically fits into those, so it looks like that.
So you have your two collars on. I line it up right on the edge of the bar, and then you just pop on the top cap, or the end cap rather, and use your 3mm Allen key, it looks like. Comes provided, which is a nice touch. You don't have to go crazy with it. It's basically you just don't want it to come out. Finger tight, especially anything on carbon as an end cap. I'd rather lose the end cap than blow out the end of a carbon tube. Keep in mind at the tip of the bar is actually where the bar is weakest. So in action, you see the little rubber bands are doing their job And this is actually the neutral setting with one spacer on each side and the black bands. You can actually tune it firmer or softer depending on your taste. The Race Series inserts appear to be the red ones, but I could be wrong. To me, the black ones look like they match the best. The red ones look like the race inserts, and I'm assuming the race inserts are just gonna be a little stiffer. So like the previous grip, slide it on, make sure it doesn't come apart. Just like on the other one, I'm gonna line it up with the end of the bar, just pushing down on the other lock ring. That way you don't get any side-to-side motion. In the instructions it said side-to-side motion is a no-go. You don't want that, I'm assuming, because it'll just create wear in it, and over time, just the system's gonna prematurely fail. Being a premium product, I suspect that it has basically premium specifications. I'm assuming this requires high installation standards. A little bit of side-to-side play just developed, so I'm gonna loosen that back up, push even harder, and check again. So checking for side-to-side play, there's none, but then you still have your front and back suspension.
I really like their new end caps that they got. It just says Rev Grips. Looks really good. All right, guys, I know you think I'm probably full of it because, you know, how much can these grips like really make a difference? But I hope that you guys actually get to try these out, get a feel for them, because they really do make a difference. So you guys already know that I am crazy about Rev Grips. So if you guys get a chance to try some, let me know in the comments what you think. If you've already tried them, let me know what you think. Of course, one of the things we always do on this channel, when we put on a new product, we get out on the trail. So guys, let's just get out on the trail and I'll give you some of my feedback and thoughts about these new grips. Because one of the things that's different about these grips than my old grips are, wait, where are they? All right, guys, so these are my old grips, pretty worn, but the diameter of these are a lot thinner than my new ones. These are the same diameter, but different grips than the ones I currently have on. I'll be switching to these later, but I'm gonna be trying the ones that came with my bike currently. It's a thicker diameter, so I'll let you guys know what I think of that. And the tension is actually a little bit more tension on these in the suspension than obviously these, because they got a little worn down and stuff like that. And I put a lot of miles on these, as you guys can see. Today, I'm gonna be testing out the Rev Grips. Just installed them at the bike shop. So now we're out here. Now I'm just gonna go for a ride. I'm gonna give you my thoughts. I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about them and just give you my rider's impression, because this is the first time I've ever had new Rev Grips. I've had Rev Grips before, but never new Rev Grips. Blame that on the oval too. Just joking, just joking. Crazy cool little fun. Got those steep berms. Come back and practice. It's just, it doesn't feel that smooth. I feel like I can hit them. I feel like they're too rutted, but I'll come back and I'll hit them with speed. Getting how to hit them. Gotta get low. I want to hit that with speed, but people matter more than stokage. Just a note to anyone, if you're ever having a mechanical, just get off the trail. Oh, my gimbal was able to manage that drop. It felt like it moved a lot. That was So I used the Rev Grips for the first time, the brand new ones. I did notice that they were a lot stiffer because they were new, as opposed to my other Rev Grips that I have that were gifted to me and they were used at the same time. I'm not saying Rev Grips are as revolutionary as the dropper post, but for me, like the dropper post, I will never use another grip besides Rev Grips. Like, so in a way for me, it was like the dropper post, where it was like, there's no way I'm gonna spend this much money on a dropper post. And then I tried a dropper post and I was like, there's never, no way that I will not have a dropper post from now on. And it's like the same thing. I will never not have Rev Grips. I love them that much. So if you guys haven't tried them, if you're having hand problems, trying to maybe last a little bit longer and not have so much fatigue in your forearms and stuff like that when you're going down chunky stuff and long downhills, definitely try Rev Grips, guys. They're a SoCal based company. Look them up. They're in the description, guys. But other than that, guys, I hope you liked this little video. This is Tony with MTB Dropping, guys. Don't forget to stay strong, keep pedaling. Dropping out.